Hey guys, Rusty here at Ugly HP. Today we're doing an outer tie rod. They're all pretty much the same. So really, this video doesn't have to go by specification of the vehicle. Most of them are just exactly the same. We're going to try to show you how to do this without having to go get an alignment. You're going to start by breaking this jam nut loose. That jam nut keeps that inner tie rod from changing the position of your toe. So we want to just break it loose. We don't want to run it all the way back. We just want to break it loose. 90% of these jam nuts are a 22 millimeter. Okay, so we just broke it loose. That's it. Next, we're going to take our cotter pin out. If yours has a cotter pin, we're going to pop this bolt out, pop the tie rod out. Like I've said in the past, if you're pulling a cotter pin out, whether you just put it in the day before, just replace it. This shit's so cheap. Alright, now we're going to break that nut out. And these sizes are all different. We're working on an Escort, so the OEM one that we're taking out is a 19. If you don't have an air hammer, just beat on the side of it with a hammer. You might have to beat it 50 times, you might only have to beat it 3 times. You'll see this thing pop out. But this thing is just trash. So now we can just take and rotate it off of there. So we're not changing our previous alignment, so we don't have to take this in to get an alignment. If your alignment's already screwed up, I'd go have it get an alignment. So we're going to sit there and eyeball it and see if they're pretty much the same length. If the one you buy does not have a Zerk fitting in it, that means you're buying the cheapest part on the shelf. And I would advise you to take it back and spend the extra $2 it is to get the one with the Zerk fitting, because that's going to make it to where you're able to keep your front end greased and it'll last a lot longer. You won't be doing this thing every other month. Plus it'll keep them from squeaking. If you live in Florida like we do, you have to drive through a deep water hole on the side of the road because Hurricane Andrew's brother's sister's cousin decided to come across Florida and flood everything out. You don't want it to be squeaking when everything dries out. We're just going to go until we hit that jam nut. So now we can bust that in. I'm gonna grab a rag, put the nut on there. These things always come with a new nut. They always come with a new jam nut, but you know, if you're not changing the rack out, you do not need to change that jam nut. just going to line up our hole for our cotter pin. I always try to go towards the tire, this way I'm bending it back away. I'm just going to grab them, pull it down. Just awkward with the camera. I don't have a cameraman yet. And there you go. So you're gonna grease this guy up until you see this swell out a little bit, and then just grease it with every oil change you have. Put your tire back on. Oh, plus a very important thing, we want to make sure we tighten that jam nut back up. If you do not tighten that up, your alignment, you'll hear a little thud every once in a while, and your alignment will throw itself off. And there you have it. Tie rod for 99.99% of vehicles out there. That's how you change it. Check out our Facebook. Phone's ringing, so I got another job I got to take care of. Like and subscribe. And as always, Joe always said, keep wrenching.